Hi everyone, it's Stacy from PeonyLaneDesigns.com. Have you subscribed to the channel yet? If not, click the little blue button.
Don't forget to click the subscribe button, comment down below, like this video, and click the bell icon to be notified.
Yes, we're home. I'm home. I get to be home for just a little bit of time. Then I gotta run and get the kiddo again. I got the teak oil. It's been an age since I used teak oil. It's not my preferred. I like tongue oil. I know it's sticky. I like it. Teak oil, it's a little thinner. It's a lot thinner. It's a lot thinner. I gotta use a brush. Where teak oil or tongue oil, I'd pour it on. It would be nice and thick. I'd just wipe it with a cloth. Ugh. And it's been a long time since I've seen the results. Like, I don't really know what it's going to do to this wood. So I'm going to try it on the bottom here with a disposable brush. I've got a bunch of chip brushes on the board up here. And we're going to just see what happens. Because, you know what? I need a bucket or a can or a jar or some kind of container for this crap. There's got to be something in this room. Are you kidding me? I exhaust myself. I'm not gonna lie. I exhaust me. Ooh, I got a lot of stuff I gotta get done. But anyway, we're gonna test it out. And then if we like it, we're gonna do the whole top. I'm annoyed. I don't like change. I'm human. We don't like change. I don't like change. I want my tongue oil. It's okay. Anyway, it'll be fine. I have to find something to put this in because it is very liquidy. I'm not going to pour it out and then brush it. I'm going to dip a brush. But of course, they don't put it in a container you can use like that. So you're going to have to find a way to use it. I don't think I'll get a weird chemical reaction if I put it in a can. Thought I had an empty can that I was saving for just such an occasion. Evidently not. Yeah, I go find something. I had to go in the kitchen. My husband normally swipes all of the cans for any meal, any prep, because he does a lot of painting out in his shop. He missed a Rotel can. So we're going to do this with my big old fancy Rotel can. It's the perfect size for my brush. So for this, you just have to shake it up really well because they do mix the oil, the drying oil with thinner, right? What do they put with it? What do they put with it? I know they mix something with this. It's not just teak oil. Petroleum distillates. It's a chemical. Yeah, this is probably not a good thing for me to play with. You know how responsible I am as an adult. I may need an adult at the end of this. Yeah, let's get it open. Oh, they're gonna make me hurt myself. Why? Push down and turn. I was pushing down and turning. You were not opening. Y'all, I'm not that weak. Oh. There's been a leak situation here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Definitely gonna probably splash this in my face because now there's been a leak. Okay, I got it, I think. I don't. Shut up. I have no idea why this won't come open. Aside from the leak and the little spillage here. So how are we going to do this then? Oh my God. Like it came off one side. Let's get a pry bar of some kind here. This is going to go horribly wrong. I can feel it. I can feel it. I should probably get an adult. Don't call my dad. Maybe we should call my dad. I think this has to go back to the hardware store, frankly. What's going on here, guys? Oh, there it went. I had to get it back on the track. Yeah, ooh. Don't do that. I don't care what I just did. Don't do that. Don't be huffing it. It is slightly brownish in color. Get on my vintage junkie sweatshirt. Okay. Very, very runny, as you can tell. I mean, yeah, that's all right. I don't hate it. Okay. So I'm going to actually just slide that down onto this chair here. You can't see it, but it's right here. I'll be back in a second. Stuff is flammable. I can smell that it's just flammable. I got the top down. I'm going to get the sides here, because I'm going to have to leave the room. Oh my God, I just spilled everywhere. Of course I did. I don't have a responsible adult with me. It's all over my fingernails. Let's hope it's good for your fingernails. Probably going to be a chemical reaction with that. All right. All right. We got a mess, but that's okay. Okay. Not okay. I don't like this because it's so runny. I really like the thickness of the tongue oil. Because again, you get that level of control when it's thick like that, the paste. That's why I bought the super glue, the gel super glue. I haven't tried it. I've never tried it. So I decided to get it because supposedly, you know, gel, more control. We'll see. Probably should have worn gloves. But I'll get you down and look at this. Still one of the prettiest pieces of wood I have ever seen. Teak oil or no teak oil. Tongue oil or no tongue oil. Anyway, you look at this. It is a beautiful piece of wood. I'm trying to clean up my mess here. Oh my God, I made a mess. It's a mess. Literally everywhere. How many scissors? I don't think that's healthy. It's definitely not healthy being in here. Make sure if you're going to use this that you're in a well-ventilated area. For those of you concerned, because I do work in my house, we have actually sealed off all access to vents in this room. So it doesn't get in the house. It doesn't circulate around my home. Let me show you.
Is that not the prettiest piece of wood? It's so gorgeous. I am so glad I didn't have to paint this. It needs to dry. You can tell it's just kind of sitting on top, but maybe in like, I'm gonna let it sit there for like 10 minutes or so to see what soaks in. I'm hoping a lot more soaks in. And then I'll just wipe it down, but I'm gonna go in the other room so I don't get high on the fumes, and then we'll go from there.
Ooh, so most of it has soaked in. You can kind of see. I don't know, maybe you can't. Let's see if I do it that way. No, it doesn't help. Anyway, what I can see is this is dry and this is wet. So I'm going to just run a cloth along it here and soak up what's left, and we're going to let it sit and dry. Okay, not a whole lot came off. You can see it really dried up. So that just sort of spread it all out everywhere. Ignore the mess on the floor and crap. And now I'm just going to let this soak in and dry. Does it need multiple coats? I don't know. It's been like, oh God. I don't want to say how long. 30 years? Since I've used teak oil? It's been about 30 years. Plus. Shut up. I'm old. I'm not a youngin' anymore. It's been a minute since I used this. So I don't know if it's going to need another coat. Guess we'll find out when it dries. This will soak into the wood. It doesn't sit on top of the wood like a clear coat. It's actually just really greasy right now. It doesn't feel sticky or anything like that. It just feels greasy. So it needs to soak in, do its thing. It looks really pretty. The wood looks so pretty, you guys. That's all I care about in the end, is that this table comes out and that wood looks gorgeous with those hairpin legs. That's it. I don't care about anything. I don't care about the smell. I don't care about none of that stuff. All I care is that the end product is gorgeous. That's what we're going for. Gorgeous. Like us. Like us. It's got to be pretty, like us. So still never been so glad to have a customer cancel on me. And then figure out that I know they're back there. Like when I look at my wall, I know those hairpin legs are back there. But it didn't dawn on me right away. Like the base was all jacked up and I went, oh, it's going to be. And then I was looking around going, what legs could I use? I have some mid-century type legs over there that are wood, the ones that just screw on, and I hate them, but I have them. If I ever need a replacement, I have them. And then I'm looking around and I went, oh, that would look great, right? Use what we've got. We got to use what we got. I was even considering going out into the abyss of the garage and seeing if I could scavenge legs off something else. So I was really glad that I had these. I have 4 hairpin legs on the wall back there. And that just happened to be from another project. If you've been with me for a while, you remember. I didn't measure. I just kind of went, that should be right. It wasn't. It so wasn't. It was not right at all. But they're perfect for this. This is a perfect little end table with hairpin legs. And it's going to be great. So that's all I care about in the end, is that it's pretty. I did sand the edges. So this square, they were very sharp edges and they always have been. This piece, the second I got it, it had like crisp edges. I always round off my edges when I'm doing stuff because I don't so much like touching a table and it's got that sharp edge to it. I don't know. It's a thing. It's a thing. Maybe, I don't know, it's a tactile thing. Like if I'm brushing up against the table, plus I always bruise myself, so that could be part of it. I have a wicked bruise on my leg right now that I saw when I went to the bathroom. I have no idea where it came from. I'm still not sure. So I bump myself in the slightest and I've got a giant bruise. So I don't like having super duper sharp edges because the sharp ones make, really ugly bruises. No, I'm not clumsy at all. So I rounded off all of the edges, all of the sharp bits. So they're just softer. It's still square, but they're just softened. I just softened the edges. I swear I know English. I mean, it doesn't always come out of my brain, but I swear I do. I'm still very tired. I'm still very tired from being sick, and I'm sick and tired. I am sick and tired. What a cliche I am. Anyway, that's about all I'm going to get done for tonight. I'm getting high on the fumes just for the few minutes that I've been in here, and I have to go pick up my kid again. Tomorrow is a work day at Pick a Fence Gals, and that's what we'll be doing tomorrow. All right. Happy junkin'. Bye.
Visit my blog, peonylanedesigns.com, for more tips, tricks, and inspiration. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon so you'll be notified of new videos. I post every week DIY tutorials and, of course, more junkin' videos.